Hi, it's Sharon again, and today I'm going to make some rundown, salt mackerel rundown. So I'm going to start with a coconut. I'm using a fresh coconut. I have opened the coconut. I use a hammer, broke the coconut, and I cut up the pieces, make it small so I could put it in the blender. As you can see, I cut them into more or less dice them. So I am doing that, and then you put water, and then you put it in the blender to get the juices going. So now here I strained out the juice into a strainer, as you can see, and then you squeeze the juice out into the container. And now I'm going to pour this into the pot. And the coconut milk, what I do, I like to let it cook until it kind of congeal, like it started to turn into, we call it like a custard, you know, that kind of a consistency. So I put that in, and I'm going to let it cook there for a while. That is so beautiful. I put a little bit of salt and black pepper and adobo. And then I'm just mixing it around. Mix it all together. Now I'm going to let that simmer on medium heat. And now here's the salt mackerel. I've washed them to get the excess salt. Usually you can actually feel that coarse salt on the outside. I did go ahead and wash those. And now I'm putting it in this pot. And I'm going to put it onto the stove. And I'm going to allow it to boil. And once the water comes to a rapid boil, I will pour this water out, and I will do it about 2 times. So now let's pour this out. It's boiled. All that steam. Just trying to get rid of the excess water. See now, excuse me, what I did was I pour all the water off. And as you can see, now I'm going to let it sit it down and let it cool for a minute or so. Then I'm going to separate, just get rid of the bones. There are pieces of bones in there. That's the centerpiece. And you just do that, make them pinch them into small pieces. So you have to those are the fine bones, and take them out. Now this is what it looks like after I've removed all the bones. Now we're going to have green bananas. That's coming up. And here are tomatoes, onions. And let me tell you, traditionally the banana is peeled by coring the corners, and then you use your thumb and remove the skin or the peel. Now, let me tell you, I am not good at this. I'm a true Jamaican, but I do not know excuse me, how to peel bananas, I actually kind of ruined them. I took off too much. Maybe I cut it too deep or something, but traditionally you take all the peel off and cook it like that, especially if you're cooking it with other types of yams or like that. Well, I'm not going to do it that way because I tried and I was not successful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the cheat way. I core them, as you can see, and I put the water on to boil, and I put them with the skin on, and then I put them in a pot to boil with the skin. Just the bananas, nothing else with them. I added a little salt and some oil to the water. Now I've chopped the onions and tomatoes. And look at that, how beautiful. It's now, the coconut milk is coming together nicely, just the way I want it. So I've put the tomatoes and the onions in, and then you just stir it around. Get everything incorporated here. And look, the bananas, they're boiling vigorously. And I covered it, and I let it boil for about 25 minutes. And you could test them by, trying to remove the skin with the fork, and you see came right off. So, and you could touch it with the fork, and you'll see that they're fully cooked. Now we're back to the coconut milk and the seasonings, and that's looking really good. Now I'm gonna add the salt mackerel to the mix. You just mix it all up. It has absorbed most of the coconut milk, so you could hardly see that now. But it's there. Then I put in our Scotch bonnet pepper. Let's not forget about that. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I haven't had this in years. I just love it. It's called rundown, salt mackerel rundown. And here's the final product. Green bananas. And we have a random fun fact for you. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig or parrot because they are social species. So there you have it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. And have a wonderful and have an amazing day wherever you are. Thanks again.